The countdown to the Democratic National Convention is on tonight. Preparations are already underway right there in Chicago, where Vice President Kamla Harris will formally accept the party's nomination for president on Thursday. Now, tonight we are learning President Biden will deliver the keynote address on the first night of the convention. He's expected to highlight the accomplishments of his administration with the help of Harris and discuss his decision to end his bid for a second term. And nearly 500 California delegates are either in Chicago or heading there tomorrow, including many from the Bay Area.
And today, former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown pushed back on some remarks made by Harris's Republican challenger, Donald Trump. NBC Bay Area's Christie Smith explains.
I'm really honored and excited to be serving as a delegate.
Harris Mojadidi will head to the Windy City for the Democratic National Convention with a full schedule ahead.
I grew up in the social safety net programs of Alameda County, and I'm the son of refugees from Afghanistan. And so the fact that I get to go and cast a vote to nominate a candidate for the highest office in the land really speaks to the promise of America.
On Thursday, Vice President Kamala Harris takes the stage in the midst of a presidential race that has been dramatically reshaped by a Harris-led ticket.
Over the past month, I've seen so much energy and excitement from young people, from folks all across this nation who are excited about Kamala Harris's candidacy for president.
While the finishing touches are underway in Chicago, in San Francisco, former Mayor Willie Brown stood with attorney Joe Cotchett. They're pushing back against a story told by Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump that he was on a helicopter ride with Brown when they made an emergency landing, and mentioned hearing unflattering remarks about Harris.
I think it would be bad for my reputation if I was on a chopper with Trump, period.
Brown says he's never been on a helicopter with Donald Trump and was asked today if he plans to sue.
There's always the possibility that somehow Trump has got to rectify what he did with reference to me. And in particular, because I really want Kamala Harris to go unfettered towards the presidency.
But then we know what that's all about. What it's all about is allegedly, quote unquote, Mr. Brown said some things about Mrs. Harris. That's what it's all about. It's all a scam. It's a lie. It's outrageous.
Meantime, John Dennis with the San Francisco Republican Party sees it this way.
That seems like a tempest in a teapot. I don't see much here.
And Dennis shared these thoughts looking ahead to the DNC.
I expect that Vice President Harris will get a bump coming out of that. But at the same time, I think that the real polling begins after Labor Day. And that's really where people should start paying attention to what's happening. And then as far as the Republicans are concerned, I think President Trump will stay on message.
In San Francisco, Christie Smith, NBC Bay Area News.